Did y'all see what the thing that the ref said about stat padding?
No,
the scorekeeper
In the
from
90s.
the scorekeeper in the 90s. We can assume they've been doing that since before the 90s, and we can definitely assume they've done it after. Yeah.
Or they were like flagrant boosting on like Stockton assist. They finally admitted that.
So I'm trying to find it.
There was a debacle about Jaren Jackson last year too.
Yeah, and it's that's what's funny about it. So former Grizzlies scorekeeper.
Oh wow, literally Stockton.
Alex Rucker admits to boosting NBA stats in the 90s. There's a discussion that wasn't an assist, that was a pass, and the majority opinion by a mile was, oh no, that's definitely an assist. It's John Stockton. It's definitely an assist. It's John Stockton. Matter of fact, Pablo Torre is a demon. Here's the clip. We got the clip to go with it.
Pablo Torre.
Pablo Torre.
The idea to do this almost immediately upon arrival in Vancouver.
When I first got the role, I'm bringing the computers
really bald
myself. I'm trying to develop these skills so that I can do the best I can once the first jump ball happens. My job is to create the most accurate, historical record of what occurred in the game. And I learned very quickly that was not the prevailing viewpoint. I went to the training in Detroit. Part of this training is they would show us video clips. They show a Stockton to Malone clip, and there's a discussion, and like that wasn't an assist, it was a pass, and then Malone dribbled a couple times, pump fake, and then made a tough shot, and that's great. But like that's to me there's no real connection. There's no causal connection between the pass and the basket, and the majority opinion by a mile was, oh no, that's definitely an assist. I was like, what? Like, well, that's John Stockton. I'm like, yeah, I understand, but so I left there clearly understanding that, yes, we are supposed to create the most accurate representation we can, but the NBA is also an entertainment business, and it's up to us in very small part as statisticians to support and reinforce stars and excitement and fun. And that message was definitely reinforced internally within the Grizzlies.
So what he says to you there, Tom, is to me like pretty important, right? This message was definitely reinforced internally within the Grizzlies. So the team itself was actually in favor of this happening.
It wasn't just Alex Rucker, lone actor here. This was something endemic. This was something understood, that you grease the wheels or you pump up the stats for your guys. When he says, yeah, John Stockton, the assertion right there is like, we need John Stockton to be a star. So we're making that in a sense.
Yes.
But the key here is, this is the Vancouver Grizzlies, right? They're the new expansion team. They're in Canada. People don't know. There's a team in Vancouver.
Right.
So how does a stat keeper market the team or have a role in marketing the team? Well, it's that. It's what if Sharif Abdur-Rahim has 10 boards instead of 9 boards? Because 10 will get you on SportsCenter. So how do you do that? You cook the books.
I mean, to be fair, I think they're kind of gassing the problem, because the only stat where you can really like inflate like that is assists, because there's...
No, it is not. You are wrong.
No, I'm just saying, like, with how they explained it, what is an assist? You don't, like, unless you're blatantly doing it, you don't really have that problem with what a scored point is or isn't. Rebounds, blocks, and steals. Assists is the main one. Okay, I understand. I see the head nods. Goddamn. But I'm saying the main one where there is a lot of ambiguity is assists, and I do think it is getting gassed. Like, it's not happening as much as the clip made it out to be. But what I will say is the guy's point as to statisticians, their partial job is to push NBA stars and things like that. That is not your job, buddy. You're a bookkeeper. You're not. God damn, what the fuck? What is wrong with
you? No one is interrupting you. Just get your point off.
All right, but what I'm saying is, bookkeepers, y'all are bookkeepers. Y'all are supposed to keep track of these things, and your job is not supposed to interpret these things and push agendas. So.
Nigga, his boss told him what his job was. What are we talking about?
Oh my God.
I mean, I get what you're saying. From the fans' perspective, that's not your job. Nigga, the Vancouver Grizzlies told him, your job is to cook these books, nigga. So guess what your job is? Cook these books.
How
How many times have you been watching the NBA game someone shoots the ball. It's a long rebound or whatever it is. It gets tipped a couple times, but the offensive team keeps possession.
It gets tipped a bunch of times, but the offensive team keeps possession.
So,
Decent amount of times.
Decent amount of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
That alone is arguable grounds for what a stat tracker that's cooking books. What exactly? So if Porzingis, say you're a stat tracker for the Celtics, every time you see Porzingis in a situation like that and he gets the last tip, if he's anywhere else, that's not a rebound. Every time you see him do it in Boston, it's a rebound. Same thing with a steal with a block. And shout out Mars. Not one of my things. I'm taking his takes. Mars pointed out with Fred VanVleet because he's a Rocket fan. They're cooking the books with his defensive stats. That nigga's averaging like a block a game. How the hell is Fred VanVleet averaging a block a game? That doesn't. He's not a defender like that. That nigga is 6 foot -1. That nigga is small. How is he averaging a block a game?
Do they change what a steal is to a block? And if you lose the ball but you touch it, it's the block. Yeah, they did the same thing with Tyson Chandler, and when he figured out what he said it one time, he made it seem like it was the most revolutionary shit. Yeah, man, when I just found out this new way to clear the ball out by tipping it back.
Nigga, I used to that was my dog for that.
They don't know who is tapping it out 90% of the time. They just, TC, man, tap out master.
Well, that guy's job was actually to do what I want to see, but I would just love to see the actual numbers as to how big that disparity is. Because again, I'm not disputing that it is happening, but I would just like to see if it's significant enough for it to be like, all right, yeah, they're gassing up John Stockton stats. He's really averaging 9 assists when it says 13, like shit like that. If it's a difference of 0.3, 0.4, I don't think, again, with what I said, I don't think it's a problem that's as gassed up as the clip is making it out to be.
What you call it? But even with John Stockton alone, there was that one thing that came out that said it was reported even back then that on the road, Stockton was averaging like 8, 9 assists. But then when he played in Utah, he was averaging where the fuck he averaged at home.
Double digits plus.
Yeah, that's a glaring discrepancy when we're talking about averages between 40 games each, 41 games on the road. If you're averaging 8 assists on the road, but you're averaging 11 and 12 at home, nigga, no way you were just more passive at home. That's averaging that. You gotta think on a game-by-game basis how many extra 3, 4 assists you giving somebody. That becomes egregious, especially when we're talking about the guy who's now the all-time assist leader. If we're going to sit there and say these cookbook numbers aren't a reason why this nigga's in the all-time assist category, cool. And now I understand he did play with Karl Malone, who was for the longest time second all-time scoring. Karl Malone had a career after playing with John Stockton. Karl Malone had a career where he still averaged whatever amount of points afterwards. I'm not saying it was all of them, but he still was scoring after John Stockton. And them niggas are obviously like cooking shit. Like it's wild. And it's not just John Stockton with assists. Again, Triple J wasn't with assists last year. What is with blocks or rebounds last year for Triple J? Because I know he was a bad rebounder.
Blocks.
Like
blocks.
It was blocks.
Mm-hmm.
His case for blocks. Any other time, I mean, this is not a new conversation. People have been talking about this. This has been a thing. I remember back in the mid-2010s when people were saying that shit was happening with LeBron. They were gassing up LeBron's assist. That wasn't a real assist. That thing caught the ball, took 3 dribbles, did a fucking Euro spin move, went behind his back, and then dunked it, and they gave LeBron an assist. Like, those are conversations, too. So it's multiple players, multiple stars. And if the stat tracker for the new Vancouver Grizzlies is being told, hey, we need Sharif Abdul-Rahim on ESPN, I don't want to know what they were told in LA for Kobe and Shaq. I don't want to know what they were being told for Orlando T-Mac. I don't want to know what Boston Stat Track Batters was talking about for Paul Pierce. Like, what?
Hey, I don't want to know what they were telling Will.
City. No, damn Will. In 2017, Russ himself said, hey, look, everything's an assist, motherfucker, everything. It's an assist. If I give him the ball, it's an assist. I don't care how. I don't want to know. Like,
well, I don't know if that exists for because shout out to David Stern, and I will maintain this. David Stern is one of those guys. Even convinced the away team to say, "Hey, man, cook them books up, so we can make shit go." Listen. This is part of the problem. Now it worked for when it worked. It needed to be done. John Stockton needed to be a star. Clyde Drexler needed to be a star. Pat Ewing, he needed to be. All these people needed to be stars to make the 90s work, because the 90s is still revered as this time or whatever. Some of these guys needed to be a star. We might just have gotten too out of hand. Might have got too out of hand. But I'm convinced at this point, David Stern could have made my lemonade stand go platinum, nigga. If he cooking the books like this, you think he wasn't telling the refs to do the same shit? If you think it was just the statisticians and not the refs as well, you're crazy.
Star calls or something.
Oh, I do think the NBA is rigged to a certain degree. So
you'd have to be a straight up Delulu dummy. You don't think certain names get certain calls? I hope we ain't gotta discuss that comment section, chat, or anybody watching this video, man. My God, but for me, I honestly don't got that much to say. Y'all pretty much said all the shit I want to say. I'm just gonna throw Wilt in there again because I don't think it's real.
I just like to see the actual evidence because maybe John Stockton was just a pussy on the road. I don't know.
But I don't think anybody was sitting there, and it might have been one game, and so it would be enough for you to say it. But I don't think anybody was like true assists, and then what the NBA wants me to do is assist, and they were writing it down or whatever the case may be. That didn't happen. So you probably wouldn't. I don't know what evidence you would want outside of that, but it's not gonna happen.
I'm just tired.
You'll have to literally sit down and watch as many John Stockton regular season games,
which I'm not about to do. So.
And that's what I want to address. If with my small idiot segment, man, I'm tired of Johnny T fans telling me to watch little old T play basketball. I'm not impressed at all. And they're like, watch another game. So then I watch another game and I'm still not impressed. And then I watch another game and I'm still not impressed. Now I figured out we're lying about them. Boy, them. I don't care.
I will say, I feel you on that stage. I will say everybody does. I mean, before you comment on any prehistoric basketball player, at least watch him once. Because I had a perception of Karl Malone that just wasn't true by how he played. I could have swore Karl Malone played like Shaq. Like I was just like, Karl Malone, this big swole nigga, he got to be banging. I watched him play. This nigga is Negro dirt. He is Negro dirt. That nigga is pull up, straight finger roll, and it makes sense why he was able to play 20 years at that size. That nigga was fun.
Fade is faster than Dirk's too. I'll say that, but I'm not giving him no more credit because he's weird.
He's a diddler like Diddy.
I will say that to me, this is very much. We need to get rid of refs. We need to get rid of statisticians. This is where AI and all that stuff can become beneficial in the NBA, and people could work on things. One, because of just set the parameters. This is what an assist is. This is what whatever is. Set the parameters, and when they feel it, they feel it. And then also, the refs are back on that shit again.
No, this is why we need human refs, though. We're trying to sell tickets. We don't want perfect basketball officiating. We need this.
How this isn't a fucking foul.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
it's like this all year. Right?
I don't want no AIs. I want humans. That clips like that prove my point. Two different sides of one coin. That proves my point. We need humans, man. I love imperfections, man. I need more screw jobs. Pause if needed. I need more scams. I need more controversy. All that stuff. Is it rigged? I don't know, but it was a human that did it. Good luck.
If we think foul baiting is tough right now, if there are set guidelines as to what a foul is and isn't for real,
R2D2.
yeah, bro, yeah.
Oh no! I mean, technically, literally, just imagine if Will actually was incarnate. Holy shit! Oh my god!
I don't know if I just don't think the answers have these humans with influence. And mind you, I don't give a hey. Whatever happens is whatever happens. But damn, and why is Twitter fucking up right now for me? I have no clue. There's another one from like another game this weekend. I think the Lakers just went through one as well. But I just know, especially for what counts as a stat, listen, not leaving it up to them people. What counts as a foul, some of these shits are egregious and we've got to stop. We just got to stop, man.
I will concede with this. I am a hypocrite. Cruz hit it on the money. I do want football. If it had to be automated, football would be fantastic. I am a hypocrite. Cry about it.
I'm tired of them running chains out there to figure out if it's a first down or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Football would be kind of perfect if we knew what a catch was, if we didn't have to go off of a guesstimation of where do you think he put the ball down. They literally picked the ball up and just guesstimate where he was. It's like, bro, you don't fucking know if that's the first thing.
Why is there not a thing in the ball that just beep, like it, whatever the lines, just beep it when it gets to this line or something? There should not be a guess anymore in football. Bad spotting, that literally should not exist in 2024.
Isn't the strike zone in baseball technically just up to the umpire and what he believes is a strike or not?
Yep.
Yeah, I do believe in that it'd be useful.
I hate this now.
That is the one. That is the one where I will say in sports that should be automated. The strike zone. There should be AI umpires.
All shit aside, strike zone's kind of clear.
Or if there is no AI umps, because I will being an ump, that shit is you got to go to ump school for real. But even with that, they should do both. If they're not going to do just AI, they should do both in person and have an AI there for correction. You can get up to how many challenges to challenge the whatever it is, because I know that's something they were talking about implementing, or they implemented in overseas, and I think in a lesser league. And they're thinking about doing it for the MLB, or the MLB talked about it, like the idea, whatever it was. But something like that. It definitely will work with baseball, though, more than any other sport.
I think those things, though, they can implement already. It doesn't necessarily need to be artificial intelligence. Like, they can come up with the technology if they wanted to figure out if this play is a first down or not, if this pitch is a strike or a ball. Without artificial intelligence,
out of bounds and first down shouldn't even necessarily need AI. We have cars that can tell you. We drive across red lights and green lights, dog. What are we doing? We know when a motherfucker is approaching a light, at the light, and surpass the light, and have a camera that takes an immediate snapshot of it. But you can't tell. You can't convince me. Hey, his foot was on the line. Hey, this nigga stepped out of bounds. What are we doing? I'm not gonna lie, but back to being hypocrite again. It's funnier this way.
Out of bounds, I would like to see something like that, like backcourt violations and things of that nature. But what a foul is or isn't, leave that up to the humans.
Chaos, yes. I need the chaos. No cap.